I'm deeply saddened as well as shocked, largely because 11 years ago, as you may remember, we were a victim of arson following September 11th at our spiritual community of Gobind Sadan north of Syracuse. 4 kids got drunk, thought that we were followers of bin Laden and did a patriotic duty in burning us out. We immediately, as is a critical part of the Sikh community and the Sikh tradition, went public with a very powerful statement of forgiveness out of this act of hatred and ignorance to create a culture of peace. As one who has dedicated our entire life, according to the Sikh tradition, as seeing everybody as part of our community, seeing nobody as an enemy, to have someone again target us as enemies is deeply painful. The Sikh tradition grew out of the teachings of Guru Nanak, Nanak, some 500 years ago, at a time in India where there was tremendous conflict, tremendous oppression. Guru Nanak came and basically raised a finger and said, there is one God. There is one source of all creation. And therefore, one should not only love all one's fellow human beings, but all of nature and all the light which permeates the cosmos. And so a Sikh, wherever they go in the world, is committed to building community and a community of peace, an inclusive community, to stand as an affirmation for what we now call pluralism, and to defend, again, everyone's rights. Everyone's rights. Since 9/11, there have been 700, at least, but 700 documented cases of attacks of one sort or another. Immediately after September 11th, there was a young Sikh engineer who was trying to get from Boston back to Baltimore and was on the train. A woman on the train freaked, called the police, they pulled him off. AP took the picture of this Sikh in handcuffs, no backstory, no anything, and ran it around the world with the title, First Arrest. The next week they retracted it, but you know they rang the bell. And that put a bullseye on every Sikh's face and back around the world. As far away as New Zealand, Sikhs were beaten. The man in Arizona, Sodhi, was shot, and several months later, we were torched. Our place was torched. So that continues. If we can learn and honor each other's stories, nothing fancy, we don't have to learn theology, we don't have to learn everything about each other. But if there's one story I know about you and your tradition, and I can honor that, then I really am saying I can be in community with you. And if we're to have a pluralistic society, a more compassionate, inclusive, civil society, then we have to learn to honor each other's, both our personal stories, our personal narratives, and our cultural narratives. So for me, my whole life is about changing the dominant narrative from one of conflict to one of peace, and using our stories to do that.